What's going on, Dividend Chasers? It's the Dividend Bloodhound here with another investing episode. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Spartan Energy company and the Apollo Acquisition Group merging with Fiska, the SPAC stock as they are commonly called these days. We're going to get a quick look over what is going on with that company right now, where they're going, where they're headed, and how you guys could possibly make some serious money when they IPO and they get offered to the stock market properly after the merger is complete. That being said, if this video brings you some value, please hit the like button in the corner over here. And if you are brand new here, never seen me before, it'd be fantastic if you hit the subscribe button on that side and even hit that notification bell so you can get notified of great opportunities just like this, and also stay up to date with my dividend portfolio and my growth portfolio on Trading 212 and Free Trade. That being said, let's roll the intro and let's get into it. Fisker is a very small company right now. It was founded by Henrik Fisker, who has worked for BMW and Aston Martin as feathers in his cap for what he has done in the past. He's aiming to bring an a rival EV car to the market to go against the likes of Tesla and NIO over the longer term. They plan on aiming to get a product to the market in late 2022, which obviously puts it a little bit behind where obviously Tesla is obviously already shoving out cars left, right and centre, and then the other EV cars are on their way from major dealers as well. However, this company believes it can do something different to the others, and looking at some of the models, it is actually quite clear that they do offer something quite nice. Spartan Energy is currently leading the charge in a bidding war to acquire Fiska and has $550 million in blank check spending to acquire the company. And this has actually, as I've already read here, has actually now been approved by the board of directors. So that seems to be the company that's going to, by Apollo and Spartan and Fiska's board of directors, this seems to be where we're going now, and that happened very recently. At the moment, Fiska is based in LA, and it has plans to put into production its car, the Ocean, as I've already mentioned, in late 2022. Now that doesn't mean that it's going to solely be based in LA for its whole time, but that will probably be where its headquarters stays, but then they will move production and ramp up production as required when they start getting the orders through and they actually start bringing the product to market. Interesting to note that the cost of the Ocean will be $37,500, which I think slightly undercuts the Tesla Model 3 if I remember rightly. The whole transaction is valued at $2.9 billion based on $10 a share on a minimal redemption from Spartan Energy shareholders. The board consists of Spartan and Fisker members, as I've already mentioned, and they have already pre-approved this decision, and it should be completed, the merger should be completed by late 2020, which is obviously an excellent sign. And at this point you would be prepared for the stock price to absolutely shoot once they actually get that logo on there, and it's not just a SPAC company anymore, and it's actually got a proper logo, properly listed on the exchange as a proper company. That is when I would expect the stock price to start shooting. If you look at the likes of Nikola, it took them a little while, and there's like a zigzag in their share price. Obviously they have came down a lot now, but they are still double where they used to be, and they sort of went up with the initial hype around the merger being announced. Then the excitement fell away, and then when they actually got their logo on the app and they actually listed properly on the exchange, the excitement went to the moon again, and they went to $70 a share. Now the excitement again has started to come back down because people have realised it's going to be a little while before they actually start producing some cars and vehicles, and that will be the same, I believe, for Fisker. It'll be exactly the same sort of pattern in the excitement around the company. So there's a couple of times to get in now. At the moment, it's dropped back down again. So most people, if you are invested, will be standing by for that extra little peak that will come when the IPO or the proper listing goes on. It's already technically listed on the exchange, of course it is, but when they actually properly release themselves under the new company logo and name. It's important to remember that Apollo is just the facilitator of this deal, and obviously of course they've got an interest in it, they are going to get paid, but they are actually a separate company that I believe you can probably invest in as well. But this company's interest lies in going round with a shopping basket looking for companies that it can take from nothing or from a small business, essentially where it is, with a really great idea, and actually get them to the market. And in this case they're going to be merging two companies together to do that, but Apollo essentially has no business other than taking them to market. Apollo has no business interest in it per se. It only has its own business, and it's a business self-contained in its own right. I'm going to take you into the Trading 212 app in a minute, and we're actually going to have a look at where you can get hold of this company on and through a UK brokerage, which is obviously for me Trading 212. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get hold of it on free trade. I'll actually have a look and make that clear in the comment section below, but you can definitely get hold of it on Trading 212 because I'll have a look here. It's very important to remember that these companies are extremely volatile. There is an awful lot of money to be made if you can hold your nerve and you are willing to take the risk, but this is not something I would recommend. If you're looking to do a little bit of normal growth investing, stick with the NASDAQ 100 tech stocks and high growth stocks, that way, that companies that have got an established record of growth. If you're looking for dividend income, then stick with dividend kings and dividend aristocrats. You really need to know what you're getting into when you take on this sort of a company. There is major risk involved, and if the merger falls through or it falls apart for whatever reason, because these are two essentially smaller companies getting smashed together with a great big load of hype and excitement, if it falls through, there's an awful lot of money to lose. But if you buy in at the bottom like this, where it's $10 a share, $20 a share, and you can pick up a few for less than £30 or £40, and that could potentially get turned into £400 or more, then you're having a laugh. But there is a lot of risk that comes with that, and I just want to make that abundantly clear, and for you to bear that in mind when we actually get in there and you see that the spike in the price. You need to have the stomach for this, really, because I guarantee out there, I'm going to use Nikola as the example again, where some people started buying in when it was $60, $70 a share, and now it's dropped all the way down to 30, and those people have lost out on a lot of money for quite a while. I have no doubt that eventually when they start producing trucks and they start producing vehicles, that the price should recover back to that. But these investors are now going to be, instead of making a quick buck, a quick 200-300% profit, they're now going to be stuck in for the long term, waiting for that. And if you believe in the long term fundamentals of the company and the long term goals of the company, like a lot of people will, thinking they're going to be the next Tesla or whatever, then that is maybe okay for some people. Like for me, with the Tortoise Acquisition Group and SHLL turning into Hyliion, I believe in that company, and I'm probably going to hold it past its IPO and just keep hold of it in the long term, because their product is very near the market and they're already starting to offer it and start offering drive chains. So I'm happy with that, and I'm going to be happy to take care of it. Sorry, I just looked over there. It's absolutely open. The heavens have opened here, and the rain coming down is absolutely torrential. Anyway, I've digressed a little bit. Let's get into the Trading 212 app. There isn't too much information in there, but I'm just going to give you a little lowdown. You can see where it is. You can see the market cap. You can see what it's trading at now and where it's gone from and to in the short time that it's been on Trading 212. That being said, let's get in there. Let's have a look. What's going on again, guys? Welcome into the app. So here we have it then, Spartan Energy acquisition. Ticker is SPAQ, and it's been knocking around now on Trading 212 since the 14th of May and joined at $10.23 a share. It's currently $13.39 a share, and that went up to 16.67 on the 9th of July as the initial excitement spiked and announcements started flying. So it's up 30% in 3 months, well not even 3 months, in 2 and a bit months. But it's definitely getting there. There really isn't that much information on the app, so you need to do your research elsewhere. You got a little quick bit of information here and what the company was formed for, the special acquisition and purchase, and then you've got the guy in charge of making it happen, and you've got the market cap of the company currently, which is $804 million, and that's quite a lot of money for a company that isn't actually producing a whole lot of products right now. So that is the fundamentals that you can actually see through the app. If you actually have a look over the last week, you can see where the excitement has started to fall away. So we're at $14 now, and it's dropped down to $13.39. However, what I would quickly say is I believe that that company is in this stage with Nikola. So if we look at Nikola here, I believe that company is just achieved. It's gone up there with the initial excitement. Nikola went to 30, this one went to 16, then it dropped back down again while we actually awaited it for Nikola to IPO and get loads of headlines again, and then in the build up to it, it went all the way up to $80, and I personally expect that to happen here. So we're in this stage now, but I expect as it actually gets its own logo and it gets all the publicity around it, and Fiska's history with working at BMW and working at Aston Martin, I really think that he can make the company go extremely well based on his history, or at least the hype go well, and then you get out on your way up to the top here and take your money and your profits, because it will almost certainly come back down again afterwards. That's just my opinion, guys, and of course you'd be absolutely free to do whatever you like, and you don't have to follow my advice at all, and I would never recommend just blindly following my advice or what I do. But that is exactly my thought process in it, and I might have a little dabble in this one as well, within my risk tolerance, of course, which is I'm not going to put hundreds of pounds into this company. I'd never do that because it would bias my portfolio. That being said, I'm going to wrap us up there, and I'll see you back out in the real world. Catch you back out there. What's going on again, guys? Welcome back to the real world. So that is the Spartan Energy acquisition then, along with Fiska, the company, and the merger that's going to take place through Apollo, being facilitated by Apollo. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope I've put some really good points across for you to take forward and make your own decision on. I'm assuming that you've watching this video because you're at least a little bit interested in having a look. I'm always interested in having a look at these special acquisition companies. There is money to be made on them as long as you've got the stomach for it, and as long as it's within your risk tolerance. I'd never go all in. There is a lot of people out there that will go all in and will gamble like life savings on whether this is make or break. And if that comes through for you, if you were to put £50,000 on it and it turned into £250,000, then absolutely brilliant. I mean, kudos to you for having the stomach for that. But then at the same time, what if that fell to your 50,000 went to 15,000? I personally would be heartbroken knowing how hard I would have worked for that money. But each to their own, and it's completely up to you guys to make your own decisions on that. I tend to just dabble and make a little bit, double my money and move my money on somewhere else, but not overcommit to it. That being said, I hope you've really enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed researching it and making it. If you could please hit the like button in the corner over there, or the subscribe button on that side, and even tick that notification bell if you would like to get notified of my brand new content in the future. That would be fantastic. And all that remains to say is thank you very much for watching, and I hope I can see you in another episode. Bye bye.